They say you are what you read, and the books you read today can change who you are tomorrow. So in this video, I am sharing with you 6 money lessons from 6 books that I have read over the past few years. These are 6 books that I wholeheartedly recommend you dive into, especially for the new year. Thank you so much for joining me here today at Sisters for Financial Independence. My name is Catherine Agupchan. I do videos like this where we walk through step-by-step guides on how you can pay off debt, start your emergency fund, or start investing. So check out the other videos if that's what you're looking for. In today's video, let's dive into some of the money lessons I have read and learned and internalized over the past few years to help me also get better with my money. And I think these can be helpful for you too. The list of these books will be in the description so you can check them out. I'd recommend checking them out from your library so that you can save yourself even more money there. If you love this kind of video or have a book recommendation, let me know in the comments. And give this video a like or share it with a friend. And of course, subscribe to Sisters for Financial Independence. Lesson number 1 is to silence the need to flex. This one is crucial in the age of Instagram and TikTok. When you get a raise, a bonus, or pay off debt, don't let your spending ego take over. This lesson comes straight to us from Morgan Housel's brilliant book, The Psychology of Money: Timeless Lessons on Wealth, Greed, and Happiness. And in that book, he writes, saving money is the gap between your ego and your income, and wealth is what you don't see. And the quote basically suggests that true wealth accumulation is less about how much money you earn and more about controlling the desire to spend that money to impress others or satisfy a need for status. When you get a raise or pay off a big loan, a little voice creeps in. You deserve a new car. You earned a major apartment upgrade. That's the ego wanting to show off your success and post about it all over social media. But true wealth is quiet. What you see on other people, the expensive cars, the designer bags, the luxury apartment, is often just debt. Don't let your desire to look successful sabotage your actual success. All this to say is that we all have a need to signal that we are doing good or better than everyone else. But if you are not careful, all of this signaling could cost you in the end. The moment you get that raise, don't immediately upgrade your lifestyle. Deposit it into an investment account and figure out ways to silence the need to flex. No one needs to see it except for your future self. Is it hard to not want to flaunt your success? Absolutely. We are in the age of oversharing, literal status updates, and it can feel like everyone is doing so much better than you. When your ego is screaming to want to be recognized by all of your peers, sit still with that feeling and let it pass. To make this lesson more concrete, each time you receive a raise or pay off a debt, channel that extra cash immediately into your savings and investment. Whether it's increasing your 401k or bumping up your emergency fund, put that money in before it hits your checking account. Treat the money as if it never existed for spending. This is one of the easiest ways to prevent lifestyle inflation and keeps you off the hamster wheel. A secondary action item for this mindset is to take some time off social media. Get on a digital dopamine detox. Your ego will thank you as it won't feel the need to constantly compare itself to others. Lesson number 2 is to take on a zero owed mindset. Let's talk about real freedom. It's not being about a millionaire, it's about being beholden to no one. This mindset comes to us from J.L. Collins from his book, The Simple Path to Wealth. And J.L. Collins hammered this home. The goal is to wake up each day with a zero owed mindset, not owing a single penny to a credit card company, a bank, a BNPL company, or even a friend or family member. That is psychological wealth. The stress, the worry, the time spent thinking about payments and interest rates and due dates, that is the anchor that weighs you down, and it's time to cut it loose. With debt, you wake up each day owing some part of your income you have yet to earn to someone else. That means 1, 2, 3 hours of your working time is not for you, but for the debt you've taken on. Instead, shift the mindset to clear all debts and work to eliminate them as soon as possible. Waking up each day without debt means you've freed up mental space as well as freed up your monthly budget. And now you have the freedom to spend your own money. An action item for this mindset is to list and attack. List all of your consumer debt, credit cards, personal loans, car loans by interest rate, and figure out a payoff method. Your goal is to build momentum to achieve a zero owed feeling, or what I also like to call the payment-free feeling. It is an amazing feeling once you've paid off your debts and made space for your monthly budget. You will absolutely love that feeling. I've got a bunch of videos here at Sisters Forify to help you with your debt payoff process. I will list some of them in the description, as well as a playlist for a credit card debt payoff, as well as a playlist for a student loan payoff. Eliminating that debt releases all that energy back to you so you can focus on building a life that you love. Do you want to raise money smart kids? Start with stories. From saving to investing to earning and spending, these stories are perfect for 4 years and up. They're fun, practical, and empowering. Grab the whole set in the link in the description. Lesson number 3 is to get super intentional with your money. We're all battling instant gratification, right? The temptation to click buy now is everywhere, and it's easy for your money to disappear. Here's a big lesson to learn now. Your money is good for today and tomorrow. Stop viewing your money as something you just react to. This is where we bridge the gap between saving and spending. We are not on this beautiful earth to pay bills or to worry about debt or just make it through. We have to use our money to fund our present joy and fund our future needs. That's the balance we need to strive for. If you spend all of your money today, you have nothing for tomorrow. If you save every penny, you burn out and don't enjoy life. When I graduated college many years ago, I came upon a blog called I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. You've probably heard of the guy. He also wrote a book called I Will Teach You to Be Rich based on that blog. In the early years of me working my first corporate job, he taught me to design my spending so that I would be ruthlessly cutting on things that I did not care about and spending extravagantly on the things that I did care about. And this balance was the key to long-term financial success. At that point in time, in my early 20s, I didn't really care about getting a luxury car or having nice handbags. I wanted to travel the world. I grew up in an immigrant household, and when we traveled, it was very limited, and oftentimes we would just visit family in the Philippines. So I wanted to focus my money on seeing the world. So I saved up my money. I chose to do that. I chose to put my money and went on a safari in Africa. I went to travel to Europe. I went to all of these places because that was important to me. So yes, I did have to do a trade-off, and this is what life is about. You get intentional for the things that you want and you trade off for those things. One of the key things that we also have to realize is that it's okay to spend money, but be willing to pay for things that will pay you back. You're investing in your own human capital. Stop hoarding every single penny when a smart spend could literally double your income later, keep you happier, or keep you in the game longer. Spend your money wisely and be intentional with it. Too many of us are spending money on little things that don't add value. We're spending money on knickknacks. We're spending money on things that get thrown out in the trash bin a day later. So instead, get intentional. Focus on your goals and work towards saving every little bit you have to reach those goals. And yes, it might take time to save up for that one large goal, but it will be so worth it. Trust me. Remember that when you skip that impulsive $50 purchase, you are not depriving yourself. You are actively investing in a version of your future self that is stable, secure, and happy. That's something you should be using your money for. To make this lesson more concrete, open up some sub-savings account for your goals and start putting money towards each bucket. Define a specific, exciting goal and calculate how much you need to save daily, weekly to achieve it. $5, $10, $20 will add up. Doing so helps you focus your money and your goals. Here at Sisters for Fi, we love Capital One and Ally. These are high yield savings accounts that allows you to earn a little bit more interest on your money, and they also offer those sub savings accounts options without the extra fees. You can check out the links in the description for Capital One and an Ally referral bonus. Lesson number 4. Money talk over money shame. We have to stop treating our finances like it's some scandalous secret. Choose to talk about money instead. Silence is what keeps women underpaid and underinformed. Silence around money is how bad habits and predatory systems thrive. Talk to trusted girlfriends and peers about what you're investing in, what you're budgeting for, and of course, what you're making. Collectively, knowledge is power. It can help you negotiate, catch financial mistakes, and that you are investing properly. You cannot change what you don't talk about. In her book, The Financial Feminist, Tori Dunlap does a great job calling out the BS that has continued to thrive to keep women underinformed about money. Talking about money is helpful and important. Here at Sisters for Fi, we are 3 sisters talking about money because as children of immigrants, we grew up in a Filipino household where money talk was taboo. And maybe you did too, but it's time to change that. An action item for this lesson is to find yourself an accountability partner. It could be a trustworthy friend who is also prioritizing their finances. Schedule a recurring money check-in like once a month to discuss wins, struggles, new strategies, and even talk about some of the money content you're seeing online. Share a reel, share a TikTok, share a YouTube short, and talk about and see if that money topic resonates with you. See if the content they presented to you makes sense, and see if it's valid for you to follow. Money flexibility is important and super valuable. Having cash in the bank buys you something priceless: freedom and options. It is one of the most valuable assets that you can have. With money in the bank, you can quit that soul-crushing job. You can get out of a toxic relationship. You can take time off to care for your family, or you can pivot into a new career field without financial panic. Having money allows you to pivot your life without calling in too many favors. Here's a basic truth that we all need to understand. We live in a capitalistic society, and capitalism requires money. Having money is not inherently selfish, but being poor in this system is expensive. You deal with overdraft fees, late fees, higher insurance, and just the cost of time. And we need to acknowledge that tough truth. The system isn't always fair, and basic financial literacy is often intentionally left out of school. This keeps power centralized. You weren't taught about Roth IRAs or compounding interest because financial savvy citizens disrupt the status quo. But you need to understand that money is a tool, and you need to seek the money knowledge to manage it properly. Being financially strong isn't just about fancy cars. It's about having the power to protect yourself, to buy your time back, and gain the agency to support the changes you want to see out in the world. Money is your necessary shield and your voice in this economy. The point is to shift your mindset to using money as a tool to gain time and choice. There's a wonderful book out there called Your Money or Your Life by Vicki and Joe Dominguez, and it highly emphasizes the need to find your enough point so that you can work towards having life flexibility. It is a foundational read if you want to learn more about the FIRE movement, which stands for the Financial Independence Retire Early. And it's a personal finance philosophy that emphasizes high savings rate and investment with the goal of retiring or opting out of the traditional workforce early. But more importantly, the FIRE movement is a philosophy of using your money to get yourself more flexibility for the life that you want so that you can do the things that you actually want to do. The last lesson I will share with you is from the book by Kohler, How They Get You. And the lesson is: everything is by design. When you are out in the world, I want you to think of all the stuff that you're doing, and I want you to know that everything has been designed. From the phones in your pocket, from the social media accounts that you're using, from the content that you are consuming, to the algorithm, to how credit cards work, to how fees work. You need to understand how they all work so that you can create ways to combat some of these things. A lot of the stuff has been designed to get you to spend money, to spend more time on your devices, and to generally keep you isolated and separated. So the next time you walk around, look at all the things that you're seeing and ask yourself, that's an interesting thing. How did they design it? And look to see how you can overcome that kind of design to live a better life for yourself and keep more of your money. With the new year coming up, now is the time to start mapping out your financial goals. And I think a great way to keep up with your financial goals is to actually read money books. They can help you understand concrete topics a little bit more and can also provide you step-by-step guidance when you need it the most. If you've read one of these books, what's one lesson you took away from it? Let me know in the comments. Again, the list of these books as well as other recommendations that I have for you to read in 2026 will be in the description. And if this video has been helpful, give it a like and share it with a friend. And if you are looking to get out of debt for the new year, this whole playlist is going to be for you. And I also recommend you check out this video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!